Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts Shipyard Champions. Today's challenge is by Ulayuri. Let's see. Let's read. I am a Pole. On 6th of March 1941, the German battleship Bismarck set sail towards Kiel to load ammo and began its final preparation for the Operation Rheinübung that would commence 2 months later. During that fateful boat trip, the Bismarck sank a battlecruiser, but also ran into an enemy she could not defeat. No, I am not talking about the swordfish insects. I am talking about a fierce enemy, the Polish destroyer Piorun. Mission specs. You will be given a task force of 3 DDs and a single heavy cruiser. And your task is to engage the Bismarck and keep it occupied as long as possible. Year 1935, nation, yours, English, enemy, Germany. Enemy ships, 1 Battleship Bismarck, share design, your ships, 3 DDs, Piorun class, premade, 1 heavy cruiser, your own design, see restrictions below, day, Claire, share designs always. Didn't mention anything about starting range, but the other ones already did it and chose 15 kilometers, so I'm gonna stay with that. Point system. Only the destroyer Piorun can earn you points. Every 100 damage it does to the Bismarck will gain you 1 point. These remain even if Piorun dies during the engagement. Sinking the Bismarck will earn you 50 points, and possibly a bonus. See below. Bonus points. Historically, the Piorun's captain announced to the Bismarck that she was a Polish ship while engaging. However, you only brought a short-range radio. As such, you can only do this within 5 kilometers of the Bismarck. If you do, however, you are able to double the points earned this engagement. To earn this, you must proudly announce that you are a Pole while within 5 kilometers from the Bismarck. Let's see, Google Translate. A Pole.
Jestem Polakiem.
Okay. Gonna try to remember that. Sinking the Bismarck while Piorun is still alive. Double the total earned points. So you can double the already doubled points if the Piorun remains alive. Restrictions. The destroyers are armed with torpedoes, but you are not allowed to use destroyer torpedoes. This is to simulate that the attack has been ongoing for a while and you already spent them. The heavy cruiser can launch torpedoes. Generation 3 radar is not allowed. So, let's see here. The DD Piorun that we have is already pre-made. That's what she looks like. Alright. Gen 1 radar, a little bit of armor. Soft capped HE, max HE. Does have torpedoes, but we're gonna turn those off. Not allowed to use them. Otherwise, yeah, it's a decent little DD. Should be able to, let's see, auto 2 reloading. 4.7 inch guns. Range HE 11 kilometers. Okay, should be able to do some damage with these. Now the heavy cruiser I can design myself. The only restriction, was it the only restriction? That's like I cannot pick Generation 3 radar. That's it. Let's see, 32 knots, decent enough. Veterans. Let's make this a pocket battleship kind of cruiser. Almost the same height. That's okay. Oh, we can make this actually very good. We can make a very powerful heavy cruiser here. Now let's see, the Bismarck, I haven't looked at the design, but it's a Bismarck, I know more or less what it is. I can pick Mark 5 11-inch guns, that's quite nice. We're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna load up on 11-inch guns on this. I could also go with torpedoes and just try and like a single knockout torpedo run. Would probably work quite well. However, I do not want to sink the Bismarck instantly. You know, because well, that would make it harder for my the destroyer Piorun to farm damage, and she needs to farm some damage. I do want some torpedoes though, in case things get a little bit hairy. So let's build the rest of the ship. No restrictions other than not being able to pick radar 3. That is fine. Citadel 4 for the added tankiness. Incendiary? Yeah, probably. .22-inch torpedoes. Some parts are badly placed. Are they now? No, they are not. My parts are perfectly placed. Thank you very much. The Bismarck does not have torpedoes. Radar 2. Alright, let's put some armor on this boat. Hang on. First, armor quality, I'm guessing around 160. I'm guessing 160 would be what the Bismarck has. What's the maximum belt armor on this? 8.3. Ooh, that's not... it's not great. Let's see here. Tube powder. What is my explosive chance? Not that bad. 0.7 with picric acid. Okay, that's gonna make my HE shells a little bit better. 0. Range is plenty good. We're starting at 15 kilometers. Range is not gonna be an issue. It's probably a good thing if the Bismarck decides to target this this cruiser over my DDs. Let's give it some armor. Because I need my DDs to not be dead. There we go. Secondary guns. Do I really need a lot of secondary guns? These don't fit. How about the 4-inch guns? They fit. They fit there. Not up there. Can they be armored? Not super armored, but a little bit armored. Let's go with the triple bottom. Okay, we got lots of displacement left. Can easily make this faster. And the range is like completely insane. Can drop it down to minimum, and that's still 30,000 kilometers. Let's make it just the same, not the same speed as my my DDs, but almost. It was a big jump from 35 to 36 knots. I guess I can just slap on some more armor. I can bump this up now. 8.4. 4-weight offset. There we go. 0.1. That's good enough. 500 tons left on the table. Not a big deal. Alright. Let me just double check.
Jestem Polakiem.
Jestem Polakiem. I don't think you have to say it in Polish, but I'm gonna try. And it has to be announced within 5 kilometers of the Bismarck. There's the Bismarck. Piorun is in the middle. First off, I'm not allowed to use torpedoes. Piorun, just follow Wheeler. Remember, the Piorun cannot sink. Well, I guess she can, but she needs to live to earn me points. There you go. Cumberland already scoring some hits. Ooh, Tintangle. Deleted. So far the Cumberland is the one doing damage. Piorun is now in range. Firing. What kind of torpedoes did I give the Cumberland? I don't think I played around with like the different torpedo types. I think she just have standards. Piorun has already taken pretty big hit. Yeah, the AI likes to focus on DDs, if possible. It's gonna be hard to get Piorun within 5 kilometers now. It's gonna be hard to sink the Bismarck now that the Cumberland has taken so much damage. I need to bring her in closer. There we go. Here's the Bismarck. Yeah, it's a pretty pretty historic Bismarck design. Ooh, ouch. Well, my plan of torpedoing the Bismarck just failed. I have no more torpedoes. How much damage has Piorun done? 0. And Cumberland is getting blowed up pretty badly. I could try and get Wheeler around Bismarck. It's gonna be very hard. And kind of funnel Bismarck towards Piorun. Bismarck is also taking flooding. The AP shells from Cumberland are actually going through. She's targeting Piorun now. How far away are we? 12 kilometers. .4. Wheeler took some nasty hits. Bismarck is now out of HE. That will not help the Wheeler. 9.7. Piorun is in range again. Doing damage. 10 damage. Cumberland is about to be Cumber's sea bottom. Yeah, she went down. 8.8 kilometers. Too bad the Piorun has engine damage. Oh, Piorun is dead. And there goes Wheeler. So that was a fail. See, how much damage did Piorun do to Bismarck? 38 damage. So let's see. Every 100 damage is 1 point. So I got 0.38 damage. Let's call it 0.38 points rather. So 0.4 points if we're gonna round it up. Yeah, that's not great. That was not. Let's try that again. Let's see. Oxygen torpedoes. Get some range on those boys. Yeah. Why is there two Piorun types now? That's strange. Well, it's the same ship. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, minus 15 draft. That's gonna make it die very quickly. But that is the ship that has been supplied, so that's what we're gonna use. Okay. Piorun is once again in the middle. I want to have it just join at the back of the formation. Hopefully to keep it alive. Torpedoes are out from Cumberland. They might not hit. But at least they're not gonna explode aboard my ship like they did last time. Already scoring those floating hits, which is good. I'm gonna make it easier for my DDs to catch up. So far, the enemy is focusing on the cruiser. Oh, torpedoes off. Forgot. They did not launch, so it's okay. One of my torpedoes from the cruiser actually hit the Bismarck. And more importantly, made the Bismarck turn. Meaning that the range Piorun is now only 9.2 kilometers. Which is promising. Cumberland is taking damage again, being the one being focused. Turn those torpedoes off just so we don't have any accidents. Torpedo smoke, DD smoke has run out. Might actually get her, but that's mostly due to the flooding by the Cumberland. 6.3 kilometers, 6.2. Cumberland is probably gonna sink now. Jestem, Polakiem. There we go. Cumberland went down. It's up to the DDs. Can we burn her down? I'm still not allowed to use my torpedoes. Yeah, one single hit and it's pretty much goodbye. That was 2 hits. 15-inch hits. But still. Piorun, now last ship alive. And she has Jestem Polakiem. And there she goes. I think that's... yeah, that's gonna be the end. Engine damage. That's a death sentence. Did some more damage this time. 459 points. So 4.5 points. Doubled because she announced being a Pole. So 9 points. Or 8 if we don't count, if you only count for every full 100 damage. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Okay, it just adds another DD share design each time I try. Not gonna do any changes to my cruiser, but I want to try and keep those torpedoes. Well, I want to launch one volley initially, trying to get some early flooding damage. Screening. What the? I didn't ask to have screening. You're gonna detach. Torpedoes are off for all of the DDs. And then you're gonna join with the DDs at the back of the formation. Whoop! Thought I turned the torpedoes off. I guess I forgot. Oh, that was nice. That was very nice. Anyway, didn't do that much damage to the Piorun because we are playing vanilla. And DDs have magic protection from torpedoes. Let's see. There we go, a little bit of flooding. A little bit more flooding. Probably not going to be enough to... that torpedo did almost nothing to Piorun. There we go. Smoke. .2 kilometers. Napier already suffering flooding damage. I'll detach her. She doesn't just slow down the rest of the division. .1 kilometers. Uh, 6 kilometers for Piorun now. Napier goes down. Cumberland still doing fine. Can now aggro your torpedoes if you wish. There we go, Jestem, Polakiem. It's all you now, Cumberland. Well, not all you, but mostly. Bismarck seems to be ignoring the DDs, which is fine, all things considered. We're gonna get any torpedo hits. Yes, we did get a torpedo hit. I'm not gonna hit my own DDs, am I? Almost looks like it. That's doesn't bode well for the Cumberland. Yeah, Cumberland went down. Just not survivable enough to get close enough to the Bismarck to ensure those torpedo hits. There we go, stronghold. By the way, in the next patch, they're disabling this, where like the division leader suddenly goes to the back of the division if damaged. You can disable that in 1.5, which is like my dream come true, because that has annoyed me to no end. There you go, almost 739 points. Can we make it 800? I think sinking the Bismarck is out of the question. Yeah, especially now that I only have one DD left. Yeah, 800 points. 800 damage. That is 8 points. Doubled because she announced being Polish. 16 points. Oh, none of this counts. My scoring attempt was the first one. So it doesn't really matter, but... smoke up again. I guess potentially we could get her with extensive fire. But just don't have enough guns. What kind of HE shells did she have? Soft capped. Maybe with incendiary, burning it down would be possible. I mean, I've done that in vanilla, burnt down battleships using using a squadron of DDs. Not that dissimilar from these. Yeah. 1.1k. So that would have been 11 points doubled, 22 points. Yeah, well, 1066 damage, but the game rounds it up to 1.1, so I'm gonna do that too. Yeah, that was an attempt. That was an attempt. 3 attempts actually. None of them succeeded. But yeah, that was the Piorun. Yeah, that was it for this week's Shipyard Champions. Goodbye, and take care.